Jean-Jacques Rousseau famously declared, "Man is born free, and everywhere he is in chains." This scene explores his concept of the state of nature, a hypothetical time before society's corruption. Rousseau imagined early humans as solitary, peaceful beings living in harmony with nature, guided by natural compassion rather than laws. Unlike Hobbes' brutal state of nature, Rousseau saw it as idyllic, where humans enjoyed complete autonomy without inequality or competition. This pure freedom would later contrast sharply with modern society's constraints. Rousseau argued that the formation of early communities marked humanity's first step toward enslavement. As people gathered into tribes and villages, they developed language, shared labor, and, crucially, comparisons between individuals. This social interdependence created hierarchies and expectations, planting seeds of inequality. Where natural freedom allowed spontaneous existence, communal living required compromise. Rousseau saw this transition not as progress, but as the beginning of artificial constraints that would only tighten over centuries. For Rousseau, the invention of private property was humanity's great catastrophe. When the first person fenced off land saying, "This is mine," it created permanent inequality. Property transformed natural differences into systemic oppression. The strong dominated the weak, and wealth became hereditary. This scene illustrates his critique. Land ownership birthed laws protecting the rich, forcing the poor into dependence. Rousseau saw property not as a right, but as theft from collective freedom, a chain binding both rich and poor to corrupt systems. Rousseau shocked Enlightenment thinkers by declaring civilization itself oppressive. Cities, with their rigid schedules, laws, and social codes, replaced natural liberty with thousands of invisible chains. People became alienated from their true selves, acting roles to gain status. This scene visualizes his paradox. Society's order creates psychological prisons. Even technological progress, Rousseau argued, deepens inequality by benefiting elites while the masses toil, a critique resonating today in debates about AI and automation. While contemporaries celebrated progress, Rousseau exposed its hypocrisy. Salons buzzed with philosophical debates, yet outside, poverty festered. Arts and sciences, he argued, didn't improve morality but fueled vanity and competition. This scene captures his contrarian view. Intellectual advancements often mask ethical decay. The printing press spread ideas, but also propaganda. Scientific discoveries aided warfare. Rousseau's warning that progress without equity forges longer chains challenges modern techno-optimism. Rousseau diagnosed a modern malady. In society, we cease to be ourselves. Like actors, we wear masks, pretending to be happier, wealthier, or more virtuous than we are, seeking approval. This performance, he warned, erodes authenticity. Natural compassion gives way to jealousy and deceit. Here, theatrical imagery illustrates his point. Applause replaces genuine connection. And social media's ancestor was the gossip-filled salon. Rousseau's remedy? Treats to nature for self-reflection, away from society's distorting mirrors. Governments, Rousseau argued, institutionalize inequality under the pretense of order. Monarchs claim divine right while enforcing laws that protect property and privilege. This scene depicts his radical view. Authority rarely serves the general will. Soldiers become chains themselves, enforcing unjust hierarchies. Rousseau's insight that the powerful always manipulate laws to maintain control inspired revolutionaries. Yet he also warned against mere anarchy, proposing instead a social contract redefining freedom collectively. By the late 1700s, Rousseau's ideas fueled revolutionary fervor. His social contract became a blueprint for uprisings against oppressive systems. This scene shows pamphlets spreading his radical notion. If governments fail the people, rebellion is justified. Yet Rousseau cautioned that revolutions often replace old chains with new ones unless founded on true collective consent. His philosophy thus walks a tightrope, condemning tyranny while warning against chaotic uprisings that sacrifice liberty for temporary order. Rousseau's solution wasn't destroying society but reimagining it. His social contract proposed that free individuals collectively determine laws, ensuring no one dominates another. This scene visualizes his ideal: citizens debating under a metaphorical tree of liberty. Unlike Hobbes's authoritarian contract, Rousseau's version demands direct democracy where the general will guides decisions. Though utopian, his model influenced constitutions worldwide, balancing personal freedom with communal responsibility, a vision still debated in modern governance. The video concludes with Rousseau's unresolved dilemma. Even his social contract couldn't fully restore natural freedom. Civilization's chains, once worn, leave marks. This final scene juxtaposes nature and society. A figure hesitates between a wild forest and a bustling city. Rousseau's genius was exposing this eternal tension. Modern life, with its digital cages and systemic inequalities, proves his relevance. Are we doomed to choose between freedom and security? The answer, perhaps, lies in continually questioning the chains we accept.